What's good, everybody in the building, man? It's your boy Tony D2 Wild, and you are on UN12. And today, guys, we are back with the SecureIt Agile 52 gun safe. Last time we unboxed it, this time we're gonna be installing it and having it completely done. And we're gonna make this one pretty fun, man. We got in our instructions. We also have the top cabinet featured here. We're gonna build this whole thing out, show you how it looks when it's finished, and show you how it looks with a couple of guns in there. And stay tuned because we'll have a follow-up video that I think you'll like a lot. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. So it came here, of course, with the instructions. And from what I've seen, the instructions for the most part are fairly simple. We got the front lock instructions that we'll save for a little bit later because we're just gonna actually put the actual safe together first and then go in with the electronics. All right, guys, so for step one, we're gonna be looking at the bottom here and starting from the bottom and working our way up to the top, what it seems like. So we have two parts right here, one here, as well as one right here. I'm guessing one is the top, and obviously one of these are the bottom. So with that said, they are two A's, a bottom and a top. They are identical, so it really doesn't matter which one you use. We'll use this one, and we're gonna put it on the bottom, and we're gonna drop it down low, no diddy. And then next up, we're gonna be putting in the C section, and you want these things facing up as it's stated. So we're gonna put these in right here on the back portion, right here as you can see. You're gonna wanna line this up. With that said, there's a threaded peg right here that you can see that will be actually coming through the center hole that helps line everything up. We're gonna be wanting to put a little bolt there, hand tight, to keep everything locked in place. Next up, we are gonna be putting one of the side panels on, and both of these side panels are labeled as a D. So you can't go wrong. Whichever one you want to go with, it will go with. It does not matter, which is also awesome as well. So we're gonna put these together. What I also noticed is there are little hooks right here that are also featured on this area as well. So you're gonna wanna make sure that those are all lined up. And based upon what I'm seeing, I'm thinking that this is the way it will go. You're gonna have 8 of these lock rails, which help lock in everything. Hopefully I got this in correct, but you should get a good view. These all seem to line up. I'm taking a guess, but I'm gonna mess with it. But these are little lock rails that I think you gotta run all the way up. Give me a second, let's check this out and see, make sure we get this correct. Now we got the lock rail in, we got this side, and we're gonna do this other side. And we're gonna do the same thing on this side, putting the rock rail in so that we can lock both sides up. All right, got both of these hand tightened and pretty sturdy for now. Obviously, we're gonna tighten it once we get everything put into position. All right, guys, next up, we are putting the front of this bad boy right into place. We got a couple of tools and everything right here, so we're gonna make sure to cut all this and then take this wood out that's featured here as well and get everything lined up and put in here, so let's do that. So we got the front, and I want to let this be known. The front, how this thing is shipped, will come in with wood, and obviously an easy way to get that out is by opening this door. So a quick heads up, guys, if you're like me and don't have a battery to actually get into this right now, I know, kind of slow, but you can utilize the manual entry with the keys. And you're gonna actually need to utilize this to open this up so that we can get inside to actually do the screwing and the tightening down of all the hexes. So with that said, this little Agile right here, you can take these 2 screws out, and then there's a manual key that you can utilize that you can see right here. So we're gonna just take one of these off and hopefully be able to just rotate it. Let's see. Take one of these out, make sure you don't lose it, and there goes the keyhole right there. And we'll put this in, and now we are in the game, and as you can see in here, yeah, everything's coming out, which we want, because we want that wood to come out from the back part. So let's now put this in the front and continue on. All right, so we got it in. Feel good about this. You open this up. Obviously that weight forward is gonna pull us in a little bit. So I'm going to put this back and get my instructions out so that we can see what to do moving forward. So let's do that. All right, guys, so it's pretty much the same exact thing as for the side panels and the back panels. We're gonna put the rail locks in, tighten them up with the hex screw, and lock in this bad boy right here. This one does recommend 2 people, obviously, because when opening this up, it's gonna get very front heavy, but we ain't got 2 people, so we gotta do what we gotta do. Got our hex screws right here. And make sure, guys, because there's a lot of hex screws and stuff in there, The hex screws that you want to utilize are the ones that come on the front of the safe right here in this purple bag, at least for the 52. So keep that in mind. So we're gonna open this up. Definitely front heavy, guys. Front heavy for real, like trying to lean out. That is why even on the instructions, it says to use 2 people. But sometimes you ain't got 2 people. Sometimes you just gotta be strong, man. You gotta be strong. But hey, with this opened up and kind of pushed to the side all the way out, it kind of got a little bit easier. But all right, we're gonna try to do this. All right, we're getting somewhere. We got this one. Now we're gonna get this side. Make sure it's lined up. All right. And we're getting there, we're getting there. All right, so now we got these in for the most part as best as we're gonna be able to get it until we tighten it down even more. But all I need to do is just get these hand tight. All right, and that's what we want to hand tighten right here. So I'm trying to make sure you guys and girls can still see it. And we got this in hand tight for the most part to hold everything together. And now I guess we're gonna go and deal with the top. All right, guys, so now we're near the end here. It's pretty simple. It's very hot out here, but now we're gonna put the top portion on top, set up the lock rails again. So we need to set lock rails up on the fronts and on the backs, and also utilize these same threads on this to line up with everything as well. In the same exact way with the bottom, we want this lip that is different because the other side is more so flat. We want that being in the front portion. So we're gonna line that up. We're gonna come around, guys, and get everything lined up as best as we can to some degree. And then we're gonna get our lock rails. And this is definitely a little bit different for the fact that I think we gotta like do this upside down. But it's cool, it stays in place. So we got the first one right here. You gotta push it up. You don't want to tighten this like with a screwdriver or whatever, a bolt or whatever, because then it gets everything out of whack. You want it all loose, but also hand tight, and then you can just tighten everything up and it locks better into place. So we got that one. We're gonna do this one. All right, we got this one hand tight. So we're gonna do the other 2 as well and can keep that moving. All right, guys, so we got everything in. Now all we gotta do is just tighten everything to lock everything in place. And we're almost there. Let's get it. All right, guys, we have the inner locking stock bases that we need to be putting in here. So it says to put them all 3 like this with the SecureIt facing outwards. Very simple with that one. Then we have here 6 different cradles, and these cradles can be put pretty much at any type of distance you want, depending on how long or short your rifle is. But we have 6 of these for 6 rifles. So you might have a bolt action that you want way up here. You might have a pistol, ARP or something of that nature that's shorter. It's kind of up to your discretion as far as where you want these at. For me, I'm just gonna put everything probably right about here. There are also these little screws that you can put underneath if you want to make sure that everything is like locked and tight in place. Me personally, I think I would not do that because I want to be able to just easily take them out and move them up and down if need be and not have to worry about that. Plus, I'm just not worried about the guns falling out at this point. Now, guys, we're pretty much wrapped up as far as assembling this. However, this is a guns and gear with a top cabinet, so we got to add in some of the additional accessories that go along with this bad boy. First being the door cover here for pistols, mags, ammo. You got some molly right here, whatever you want to put on here pretty much. All right, guys, so we got this thing in. We have pretty much everything that we want. We also have like a little top part here, but as I showed you earlier, we got tons of cabinets. We also got some shelves. We got metal hooks that we can utilize here, but obviously we have so much extra stuff, but not that much more space. But let's not forget, as I stated before, this is a SecureIt safe with also a top cabinet to go on it with it as well. And as you can see with this one, there's holes featured in here that we can line up, that we can actually tighten this and put this smash on top, or we can leave it like this. I'm gonna put this one on top, and then we're gonna set this up as well. All right, so we got this in, and we can do the same exact thing, honestly. Put some here. We can put some stuff right here. We want to put some of these small ones in for maybe some ammo. We also got some light bars that we can put in here to give us a little bit of lighting and illumination when we're in a darker space. And these are pretty dope because they're rechargeable. Also, they utilize these little pads. These pads are what you stick on to the safe. You can easily take these out and then charge them up with a USB-C. And they have an auto or an on and off. The auto utilizes that light detection, so when you open it up, it cuts on. All right, guys, so we completed the installation of the SecureIt 52 Agile gun safe, and we also had the top cabinet along with it, the guns and gear stack version. We're going to do a follow-up where we're going to completely deck this thing out with guns, with ammo, show you guys how I would actually have this full thing set up. So stay tuned for it, and let me know you guys' thoughts and opinions down below in the comment section if you have any questions. But this thing is very, very, very nice, and this is only, like I stated before, part 2. We'll be doing a complete entire video once we show how we would set this thing up and have it looking. But for the most part, this thing is very, very nice with tons and tons of accessories that you can utilize. And you can even put wheels on this thing and move it around, which that might be something I need to look into as well. Let me know you guys' thoughts and opinions down below in the comment section. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I'm out. Peace.